Hello, lovely Dylusionists. I'm in my office at Ranger. It's a Sunday, nobody's around, just me. Actually, Bob's been in. Bob, the Count's HR, he's been in. We've just had a good chat about old-fashioned values. I come in on a weekend so I can get tons done, but actually it's always nice to have a chat. He's nearly 75, is Bob, and we just put the world to right. He thinks I live in London. He's always like, what's the weather like in London? I'm like, I don't know. But anyway, we've just done that. So, and I've just finished sort of what I was doing. So I thought, let's have a chat. Now, if you're in my Dandelion Club, you get these a lot. You get videos of me doing random things. But I just thought, let's do a Dylusion one. I was going to go live, but then I realised what time it was in the UK and poor Emmy, you know. So I just thought, I'm just going to film it and do. So I'm here primarily. I've just done the NAMTA, which is NAMTA Creativation, which is our trade show. First time I've done a trade show since pre-pandemic, so 5 years. First time I've done a trade show. So I was a little bit nervous about going because it's just such an age since I've been. Simon and Dina have been a lot, but I hadn't. And it was great. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. I taught the rocks, the new colours of rocks that I had done. And then I demoed a lot. And then we flew back here. We got back here. Oh, what a long journey. It was as bad as coming from England. It was Seattle to here. So I left the hotel at 8 a.m. and I got to the hotel here at 10:30 p.m. and we went back did we go forward 3 hours? Forward 3 hours, I think. Anyway, so Thursday I worked a lot, Friday not so much. Anyway, I've been in all weekend because I'm primarily here to rewrite my book. Now, I would tell you this book was about 4 years old, and it's actually 2014. So it's 11 years old. So although the techniques, I still do many of the techniques, the products are, a lot of the products aren't available anymore, the stencils, etc. The paints have changed. So that is my job. I'm updating that and I hate it. I hate doing. I have been doing. I've got my lists, my table of contents. I've got all the chapters. I just need to redesign. I need to redesign everything. I want it to still have a similar feel to this because I think it went really well, you know, with all the photos in for your step-by-steps and large photos you can see. I want it to have a similar feel, but it's just going to have a new look. And then it's probably going to be twice as thick because I now have the paints. When I did this, the paints weren't out. I think the paints came out in 2015. So when I did this, I just had inks, stamps, journal blocks, stencils, some products that I don't have anymore, like the big pad. And that was about it. I didn't have shimmer sprays. I didn't have paints or shimmer paints. I didn't have the cocktails. I've got all the diamond programs. So I've got the dusts. I've got the pebbles. I've got the rocks. All that's put in there, the dialogue. So it's just, I've been putting it off for about 3 years because it's just overwhelming. But anyway, I've got my list. I've got my list, table of contents, etc. Everything I want to put in there. And then I'm going to be working with a couple of graphic designers, and we're going to try and get some. We won't get it all done. I'm here through Easter. We won't get it all done, but we'll get a big amount of it done. And then, like everything, once you start, it's not as overwhelming. So it's just little steps, baby steps. Just even writing the table of contents, I couldn't get my head around, but that's done. I've written every chapter is sorted, what's in every chapter. So I'm feeling a bit more now, you know. So Ranger have an online store, and they've started stocking some things that are not Ranger. So I had a nosy. I had a little nosy and came up with a few things. So the first thing that I am so excited about, I asked them about 12 years ago. I wanted, because I've used POSCA pens for about 30 years. Can they get hold of POSCA pens? And they were like, no, and we don't do other things, blah, blah, blah. They've only gone and stocked POSCA pens. I can't believe it. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing with it today. So because I finished, like, the way I work is I'll do something I don't really want to do, then reward myself with something that I want to do. So that's what I did. I did like worked all the chapters, blah, 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 blah. Then did some colouring. And I used, so I got one of everything that they have for now. So I'm just going to show you what they've got. And if you just type in POSCA on the Ranger ink, because it's not a plug, it's just more that the number of people who say, I don't know where to get the POSCA pens from. So if you're in America, you can get them on their store. They haven't got everything. They've just got bits and pieces. So they've got some sets and they've got open stock. Okay. So in open stock, they have the 3M, which is the bullet tip, which I use a lot, in black and white. So I've got those in black and white. And then in the smaller size, these I use constantly. This is the 1MR, which I use constantly. They have those on open stock as well. Okay. And then they have these colours. Now, they don't have a green, so I'm going to suggest, there's a few colours that they don't have on there, but Alan said he just took a bit of guidance and looked. So I've got more colours than this. There's a gold and silver, and then there's, hang on, there we go. There's 2 blues, red, orange, yellow, and pink. Okay, so there's no green, there's no purple. Also apricot, which is my favourite. This is my favourite. They don't have this one. So they don't have these. So I will be making a slight suggestion. They don't have those. Those are the ones that are missing. Anyway, so they're the 1MR. So they have those. And then they've got, so like you can tell I've been using them. And then they've got some kits. So where do I start? I'll go with 3M. So 3M, as I say, is the bullet tip. And again, I use these a lot. Okay, you can see it's a bullet. So they have this set. Now, there is a green, and there's a green in all the sets. That's what I don't understand it. So I don't know what, this is just the 3M set. If you don't know what a POSCA pen is, it's a water-based paint pen that I just use constantly. You can use them on other things. I journal with them and do, but you can use them on, I think you can use them on ceramic and glass and things like that, and you can bake them, but I'm not, does it tell you that here? No, it doesn't, but I'm sure you can. I'm sure I've seen it somewhere. They're by Mitsubishi. Anyway, so they've got the 3M set, which has got the black and white, and then light blue, yellow, green, red, pink, and the dark blue. So it doesn't have an orange in this set. Okay, in fact, none of the sets have an orange, but they do have the green. So they've taken the green, they've added the green in and taken the orange out. I've had them on my desk, so I've had them bent back like this because they're their sets. I am going to get my own, of course. I'm going to be, excuse me, could I put an order in for these? Because when I'm travelling, I only bring my small. I bring my 1MRs. I do bring large in black and white, but that's all. So I want some sets for here as well. That's what I'm going to do. So then they have a 5M set, which I'm not sure how many people would use them, but I use them a ton. So 5M is your bigger bullet. Can you see? It's a really big bullet, and it's great for covering big areas. And I'll show you what I've done today, so you'll be able to see it. So that is the 5M set, exactly the same colours as the 3M. Okay, so if you do a lot of colouring or going over things, that's a good set. This set I've never used. I think I've got them at home, but I've never used it. So I'm going to try it. And this is the 5M set but with the 5M in metallics. So these are metallics, and they have gold, silver, bronze, gold, silver, bronze, metallic blue, metallic green, metallic red, metallic pink, and metallic violet. So there's that set, which I haven't tried at all. I do have them all at home in this size. Never think to use them. Never think to use them. I don't know why. But I was thinking these would be cool in my black dot journals. I haven't tried those yet. And then they have this set in the 5M, which is black, white, gold and silver. So I think they've done a good job of, you know, they've got, is that 5M? Is that 3M? No, it is 5M. Maybe should have got them in a 3M, I'm not sure. Anyway, says me. So there's 2 lots of 5M, there's a 3M. These are 5M as well. I just think people would maybe use the 3M a little bit more, I'm not sure. And then singly, they didn't have a set. Oh, they might have had a set. Did they have a set? I don't think they had a set in these. They just went with all singles. Okay, they haven't got a green. I'm going to suggest a green, and I'm going to suggest the other colours. But I am over the moon because it just means I can get them here. It means when people complain to me, especially about the 1MR, people say, we can't find it anywhere. They're here. So let me show you what I did. I did one yesterday. When I finished my didn't want to do job yesterday, I did one, and then I've just done another one today. So this is the one I did yesterday. Okay, because I'm also working on collage while I'm here. I'm working on art cards. I'm working on, I can't even remember. I'm working on a ton of stuff, but I'm working on collage sheets as well. How's about that? And it's all done with these paint pens. So these bigger areas are done with the big 5mm. These are done with the 3mm. Smaller areas like this is done with the 1MR. But I mean, how gorgeous. So that was magazines. Everything on there was magazine collage. And I just loved it. I just loved doing that one. Okay. So this would have taken me, I wouldn't have even attempted it with these, with the small. I wouldn't have attempted it because, so quite often you'll see on my collages, there's a lot of doodling, but not so much solid colour because it took me forever to do it with one of these little pens. But I just loved it. I absolutely loved it. So I promised myself that when I finished what I was doing today, I would do another one. And I did this one. It says, if you go down to the sea today, you're in for a big surprise. Because look at that silly sea mermaid. And again, it's all the bigger pens as well as the smaller. So you can see the dots are small, and then there's so much bigger on there as well. And I just adored it. So this is going to go in a collage set as well. So I just thought I'd show you what I'm doing. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I'm supposed to be writing that book over there. But, you know, baby steps. You can only... Oh, let me show you this as well. You can only do so much. And I'm all about giving myself a little reward when I've done something. And I mean, I'm in here all the weekend. I'm here till you come in early in the morning. I'm here late at night. You know, I'm doing a ton of stuff. So I am my own boss. It doesn't matter. I just want to show you what Patty got me for my birthday. And I know my birthday's past, but I haven't been here. So look at this. How cool is that? It's a metal tissue box cover. So it stands like this. And the tissues make the skirts. How cool is that? Every time you pull a tissue out, she has a different skirt on. I love it. I've not seen it before. Seen anything like this before. Oh, in fact, here's the box. Let me have a look. You see, dandelions, you get all this info normally, don't you? I show you everything. I do all my little things. It is called a flying skirt tissue box by Playable Art, designed by Spectrum. So that was the box, and I just liked the box as well, so I've kept the box on there So anyway, I have it up there because I'm using up another box of tissues here. So I've got it up here in front of me just so I can see it, you know. Oh, and this is the card she got me. Look at this. And she's drawn that. She's drawn that and painted it herself. Isn't it cool? It's so sweet. So it's up here with Kitty Boo Boo. And also my, oh yeah, this is me halfway through writing the book. 0% interested. I am interested and just, oh, I hate just sitting down and having to do it. So anyway, so the other thing I found in their online store, which will lead me into something else actually, the other thing I found was the Tim Holtz fabric. So they, and Stampers, you've seen me talk about Stampers Anonymous. There you go, I'm going to talk about that one as well. So Ranger have the fat quarters in, and this had just come in. The green had just come in. So I'm sure Stampers will have it as well, but the green has just come in. Can you see all the different ones? This is part of his palette series where every month there's a different sort of colourway. So this one, because I've only just got it, I'm going to do in squares. I'm going to do in little squares, okay? And so I just said, could I possibly have one of those? And they went, if you must. Yes, I must. So I'm going to start cutting that up this week because that's what I'll do in the hotel, just as a wind down from this. But I am still halfway through this one. So this one I got from Stampers Anonymous. I think you might have seen me start it. I'm not sure. So this was the orange palette. This was the orange colourway. And this time I designed a 2-inch diamond to do it. So if you actually, from Ranger you can get the fat quarters, but from Stampers Anonymous, if you're interested, you can get the fat quarters with the shape I designed and papers. I don't know where the shape's gone. Oh no. I've got loads cut out anyway, but and the papers to do your EPP in. So I just cut, you cut round, you use the template. So, and I think you can get I think the orange still might be still at Ranger, I don't know, but that's what I've done so far with the orange. Okay, so if you want the template, you can get that from the set from Stampers Anonymous, but if you think you can work that out on your own, you can just go with Ranger, because every month they all get the same. So the first month I made a quilt with, I did a hexagon shape and papers. Then I've done diamond and papers, and with this one I'm going to be doing squares. So that's what I do. So I've got loads ready done. There's a video of me somewhere doing all this, and you'll see videos, there'll be videos on the dandelion. So you make them all like this, you wrap them around the paper, you put two together like so, and you whip stitch across the top, and then you just add them all together like this. So I'm doing two of these actually. I'm doing one for Stampers Anonymous and one for Ben in the UK. So I've got two of this diamond, and then I'm going to do this one for Ranger. So I just thought I would show you those bits that I found on their online store. I'll see if Emmy has a link. I'll get her to put a link down below of the POSCA pens and the fabric, and maybe the link to the fabric with the template. We'll see. I did notice there was a set on Kathy's desk. Kathy's been away, so when Kathy comes in there'll be a set of this on there as well. So these are the fat quarters, by the way. So you'll get a quarter of a yard, and a fat quarter is you have your yard like that and you just slice it in 4. So a long quarter is when you have it that way. So you just get this sort of fat one. So yeah. And I found these little bags on, I think it was Amazon in the UK. And I really like them because I can see in exactly. I did have some very expensive bags, which I think I got from Paper Pieces, proper quilt bags, but you only have a little window on them, so I couldn't always see, whereas when this is on my shelves, they're stacked up. I can't remember the link, but they were quite handy. So yeah. So what else? My new cardigan has arrived. I had it shipped here, so it will be here when I got here. Look, it says Karma, and it has horses. And as usual, it's massive. It's massively oversized because that's how I like it. Oh, look, there's my Ranger key, hotel key. Oh, money for laundry. I'm doing laundry tonight. So it's massive, but I just adore it. I'm not going anywhere near a tube station with this. And maybe that's all I've got to show you in here. I'm just trying to... I've got a new chair. Somebody stole my chair. Last time I was here, my chair finally broke. Okay, so they ordered me a new chair, new swingy chair. Brilliant. Came back this time, the broken chair's back in here, and I'm like, where's my chair? Can't find it. Looked everywhere. Nobody's got my chair. And the thing is, there's loads of chairs in the meeting room, but because I'm tall, I need a chair that comes up tall, because otherwise I feel as though I'm sat like this. And I've looked everywhere, no chair. So they ordered me another one. So I think I might either paint it or put ribbons on. I don't know what. But when they stole my chair, they left my cushion. Here's my cushion. It's one of my cushions that I got. I do have some weird things in this office. It's a tip, otherwise I would give you a tour, but it is a tip. And yeah, so there's my cushion. So they took my chair, but put my cushion on my old dodgy chair. Anyway, so I've got another new one. So I think that's about all. I think that's about all I can show you, really. Everything else is top secret. Top secret. Top secret. Top secret. It's all top secret. So I'll leave you with, what book am I reading? Hang on, I'll tell you what book I'm reading. If you like these little type of chats, join the Dandelion Club, because you get them all the time. So that's my subscription-based club. Oh, I'm reading Foe, and it's very weird. It's by Ian Reid. Apparently now it's a movie on Prime. I'm a little bit confused. I've been confused the whole way through. So I'm hoping I've got 44 minutes left. So I'm hoping it's coming to this amazing conclusion. I'm not sure. And I've just finished reading Maybe Next Time. Which one was that? Oh yeah, Maybe Next Time. Was really interesting. Really loved it. It's by Cesca Major. C-E-S-C-A Major. Not my genre at all. It's more like a light-hearted chick flick, but there was some stuff in it and really enjoyed it. So I finished that, and I started, what did I start? Oh, I started The Book of Doors by Gareth Brown. I just couldn't get my head around it. It started off okay, and then it went, So I listened to it for about 5 hours, and then I was like, nah, I'm giving up. Life is too short. Life is too short. So I'm going to go and eat my lunch. I've got a big salad, and I'm either going to write another chapter, or I'm just going to colour. I'm going to do some collaging. What do you think? Answers on a postcard. Okay, I'll speak to you later.